Hello, I'm Tracy Ansminger, and I mold young minds, and I'm passionate about ensuring the success of my students. I currently teach in Osage City, Kansas at USD 420. I've been teaching middle school ELA reading communications for 3 years now, specifically at the 6th grade level, and I've been a teacher for 8 years. I live in Emporia, Kansas with my dog Jewel. We live in the country. The forms of communication that USD 420 utilizes. USD 420 utilizes the following types of communication. The categories are listed and the forms are listed in priority order, with the first being the most common. Oral communication typically is done through board meetings, where our meetings are Zoomcast to stakeholders, as well as we can attend in person if we choose to. We do have parent meetings, not regularly scheduled, but if there's an event coming up, the parents need to maybe have a Q&A session, so we need to be present and have it be one-to-one or live, then we will provide that opportunity for parents. And we also have parent-teacher conferences here at USD 420. They are student-led, which is a great opportunity for us to visit with parents to talk about how their student is doing, how their year is going. Written communication, we have staff newsletters, and we also have a school bulletin that is posted in the district website. And digital communication forms include K-Swift, which is it's a text messaging system as well as an auto-recorded message system that is sent out at intervals to ensure that stakeholders are getting the message. We have email. We have our district website. OCMS does have a Facebook. We can have Google and Zoom meetings as necessary. And I personally have a TikTok. A lot of my 6th graders do as well, so that's been a beneficial way to communicate with my students personally. All the tools utilized by USD are provided by the school. I have not purchased any communication tools myself so far, but I think that something I would like to have access to and would benefit the school would be for the school to either have an Instagram and or a Twitter account, because I think that gives a broader availability and communication. An example would be like crowdsourced information that would be beneficial, as well as providing real-time information. Reading the articles on introductions opened my eyes to the importance of making a great first and lasting impression. While reading, I was able to recall some very boring introductions I've given as well as received. The information shared in the article immediately impacted my introduction for this slide presentation. I'm still a work in progress, but I will say that this slide presentation fares much better than the ones I've done in the past, so thank you for that. Introducing myself as a new building leader, I would definitely include my passion, how I feel about being a building leader, and would share or openly admit that through the years of teaching, I have worked for some really great principals, and I've worked for some principals that are not so great. And it's my desire to be a great principal that knows how to retain great teachers. And great teachers make great students, and that makes happy stakeholders. In a situation like that, that supports a school's vision statements, and it also gives the best opportunity for me to impact the future. Following district communication policies, when it comes to personal contact with caregivers of my students, I am given freedom in how I choose to communicate with parents. I actually have some parents that do not have email, so that, or internet an email would not be an option. I'm free to call a landline if needed, text. I give out my phone number to parents. I don't have a problem with parents calling me, contacting me. I'm very receptive in that way. There are district guidelines for reaching out to caregivers about parent-teacher conferences. They try to be cohesive here at USD 420 so that everybody knows what's going on, and we have a guarantee that parents are getting the information as to when the conferences are. We do use Google Calendar to set up the conferences so that both parties can respond as to whether or not they're attending. K-Swift is typically only utilized by administration here at USD 420, and as I mentioned earlier, K-Swift sends out interval messages, text, and audio recordings It's cohesive again for the stakeholders. Say in the event that we have a school closing, it guarantees almost that families are going to get the information either about a delay or the closing. So it works well that way. CLO 5.3 correlation. CLO 5.3 is to communicate through oral, written, and digital means within larger organizational community and political context when advocating for the needs of their school community. The assignment directly correlated with how I chose to introduce myself, as mentioned previously, to my peers through this Google slide presentation. It also gave me reflective moments on more effective mediums for communication than what I currently have access to. Excuse me. The relevancy statement. The material provided for this assignment changed how I choose to introduce myself, not just through this slide presentation, but I've actually used it a couple of times as I've read through the material just in the halls with parents and either, we've had some interview candidates come through. So it has impacted me already. I never really thought much about how I may be presenting myself in a moment that could be pivotal for me. The reason this assignment has been relative to my learning is how that now I feel more confident in posting myself up, so to speak, and presenting my best self so that listeners are interested, and hopefully it has more of an impact and a lasting impression, more memorable. Personal reflection. In the past, I have used a very generic introduction and realized that it has probably had an impact on me that's negative. There have been teaching positions that I have interviewed for and have been passed over. And when I reflected on how I probably introduced myself in that interview, I think probably it had a negative overall impression. This first lesson has already influenced how I see myself. It gave me some time to reflect on how I feel about what I do, what I'm passionate about. I love teaching. I'm blessed that way. And I will definitely use that to put my best self forward when I introduce myself. And hopefully the first time will leave a really good lasting impression. Thank you for watching my presentation.